Now, there was a spurt that happened over the weekend, and it all is built around the Odyssey. I did a reaction to the Critical Drinker Odyssey review, and has anybody here seen the Odyssey yet?
No, I'm completely out of the loop on Odyssey because I'm not really interested in it. So people have been yelling about it for like weeks, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. So what you need to know primarily is it's a movie about a Greek story that includes no Greek people, and that's like the big cultural talking point, right? It's a lot of that's there's a girl playing a guy soldier, and everything that's been talked about primarily is that a lot of these questionable castings play very little role in the movie because they're only in the movie for a couple minutes of screen time, right? But the argument there is like, well, there's only a little bit of pee in your soup, right? So just go and drink your soup or have your soup. There's just a little bit of pee, so, but whatever, right? With that said, Drinker's review was really good. And his response on it was like, meh, it's a fine movie that I'm never going to see again, that I'm never going to think about again. That's pretty much the TLDR on it, right? Now, what was funny about this was over the weekend, Richard Roeper, does that name sound familiar to anybody? Richard Roeper, Phoenix?
Well, isn't that a famous reviewer?
Correct.
Yeah. He took over for Ebert, I believe. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at this is actually pretty amazing. This is from the Critical Drinker Reddit here. As this was posted by Richard Roeper. Let me just go and read this really quick. The Odyssey's box office is set to drop for its second weekend as negative word of mouth spreads. Right now, there's a lot of stories about how the Odyssey is set to have a, quote, massive second weekend. What these stories are not telling you is that they're actually expected a drop in numbers this weekend. It's already running out of steam. Wednesday saw the film collect $18 million, just right, $18 million. So you can see right here, right? Now, this was taken and then reposted by Richard Roeper, who said, you're saying this movie is actually going to see a box office decline over time? Like it will make more when it opens than in subsequent weeks. I've been doing this for 35 years. I've never seen such a thing. What a disaster for Nolan. He'll never make such a film right here. So Richard Roeper posts this as like a way to dunk on Critical Drinker. But here's the thing. Anybody who's ever been on Reddit knows that Critical Drinker didn't write this. Byte Individual 7057 wrote it here. So Roper's over here trying to dunk on Drinker, and this was quickly pointed out. It said Richard Roeper, respected movie critic from RogerEbert.com, the man trusted to break down the subtitles of cinema, couldn't tell you this is a Reddit post by check notes Byte Individual 7057, to which you can see he then quickly deleted the post after he knew that he was getting totally dunked on here. So it was kind of a funny back and forth that happened. And then, sure enough, we had the subsequent Angry Joe meltdown here, because you saw Joe come in and quote tweet this. Says, it's truly funny watching Nerdrotics and Critical Drinker and all his buddies lose shit over this film daily. Now disowning and dunking on their own fans and subs to avoid being associated with taking an L. Y'all were embarrassed by Nolan. Time to move on to whining about the next, quote, woke film that that'll actually fail for other reasons that elude you. That'll work better than throwing your fans under the bus. Promise here. Now, this was Joe thinking he's like really got it right here, to where Drinker was quickly chimed in and says, it's truly funny watching fat and embittered retards like Joe here, so desperate for a win of endless oceans of losses, they'll blatantly make things up that never happened. I've always said Odyssey would make money regardless of the backlash. Guess what? I was right. You're trying to claim victory in a battle that only exists in your head right here. So there's this like back and forth right here. Phoenix, you giggling?
That's a great response. That's why you never fuck with intellects. Like they will just massacre you. Like that's a perfect, absolute perfect response where it's calm, reserved. hits you, stabs you a little bit. When then you have someone like Joe, it's all emotion. It's just constant emotion. People like that are very easy to dismantle once you know how to do so. So I was just laughing a lot. Very funny.
Would you like to see how Joe decided to respond to that?
I'm sure very emotionally. So I can't wait. Yes.
Here's his AI
Of course.
image of he says, "Oh, fat retard now. Wow. Looks like I really pissed you off, critical drinker. You must be seething over there about all this Odyssey drama, Will. I was right, Joe, is in your best drunk voice. Yes, you were right, drinker, you poor thing. Truly a mid-cop-out, disappointing, disastrous triumph. Let the mask slip there." That was the name of his title, A Disastrous Triumph. That was the name of his review right there. So the squabbling back and forth between Joe, and I just truly wonder, is this Joe trying to like get on the coattails here, or does he like truly believe this? Is this the win that he truly hopes it was and is, that he can just take and be like, we did it, we own the chuds, we've done it?
Is he?
He's a delusional spurg, and he's taking it as a we own the chuds because Odyssey made money, but we all knew it was going to make money. So he's just, because the argument tends to be, well, look, this failed in the box office. Clearly people don't want this. But we all knew with this specific movie, it was going to succeed regardless. This is just award show bait. Like, all of the award shows going to be talking about this nonstop. That's why I have tons of actors piled in that usually win these awards. Like, we all knew that everyone was going to go watch this movie. So he's trying to use an argument that is used in other cases and be like, well, this one made money. Now what's your excuse? No, you're just a spurg, bro. You don't understand nuance.
Is he still angry? Because
Yes.
I don't know much about Angry Joe, but this reads more like sassy gay bitch Joe and not Angry Joe. Like, it's just dry sarcasm and like trying to do gotcha moments. It's like, who even are you? What do you identify as anymore?
It's funny you mention that, because Metatron actually brought this up, because this has been Joe's literal entire career.
Yeah.
2 decades online of being angry, inspired by, angry video game nerd, right? Metatron pointed out, says, bro, over on X, let me pull this up. Here it goes. Says, bro, you're losing your shit over movies and video games for 2 decades and made a career out of it. You're in no position to talk down to us. I'm a Mediterranean man. I'm defending my people and my culture from the Hollywood vultures. It's a noble cause, so there is no L to be taken here. But man, oh man, this was not good enough for Angry Joe. Brother, you've made 52 plus videos about 257 tweets on how woke Odyssey is at this point. I had to do a double take. We get it. You're being excessive, even more so than your buddies. I'm worried about you. You're melting down daily. Diversify your anti-woke stuff a bit. Meanwhile, the people you are, quote, defending are too busy out there watching and enjoying the film in record numbers. You look like an obsessive crybaby splitting hairs over someone else's vision who is bringing in something interesting to the masses here. To which I think Metatron actually responded very well to this. Hey, Joe, how about I drop the woke, anti-woke theatrics for a change and we try civil interaction? I'm just going to talk to you like a normal person, no insults. Also, hear me out. At least hear me out. Here is my point, which I keep repeating in all of those videos. Hollywood wants to honor cultures such as Polynesians, Africans, etc. by accurately representing their people ethnically, their history and customs, because correct representation matters. Then why am I, a man from the Mediterranean, a crybaby when all I ask for them is to treat my culture inside of the world with the same level of respect? My point is, let's honor all cultures and people rather than being selective with those we race swap and misrepresent. Is it really that bad of a take? Thoughts?
Maybe Angry Joe's Turkish.
I don't know. I think Angry Joe is Puerto Rican or Latino in some way, shape, or form. But I think
he's an angry minority then.
Yes.
Well, he's not happy right now, for sure. But I don't think that's a fair that's unfair to ask. The idea that, look, if you want to represent Polynesians, Africans, whatever, awesome, cool. Now do me. And the response by Hollywood was, no. We're going to put Anne Hathaway in. And we're going to put, what's her name? The little girl.
Zendaya?
Ellen Page.
Yes. Page. I by the way, in any situation, just moving ahead, in any situation where there's a he/she situation, I'm just going to use their last name from here on out because I don't want to be drugged through all that and YouTube and all this. That's just my.
Oh, should we be doing that? We could. Oh, is that kind of a thing we should be watching?
I think that's just a me thing. I don't know. I just don't want to get hit. Blabs' dirty mouth got us in trouble already.
Okay.
So
Wasn't me.
Page.
Yes. But
Page boy.
I don't think that Metatron's ask here is wrong. If you're gonna say we want representation matters, then all representation matters in this. And speaking of like the Odyssey, and I mentioned this in my reaction to the review that he did, I think the main reason why, like, yes, Nolan is super lefty, right? And we've talked about this on the show, but I honestly think the reason why there's so much, quote unquote representation, and simply has to do with he wants awards. It's ego driven. He wants Odyssey to win the awards, and if Odyssey doesn't meet those requirements that the Academy put together for representation, then he can't win those awards, and all of his work is for naught. I don't know, Phoenix, what are your thoughts?
Well, if that is the case, I'm done with everything. But look, hey, I can't say that y'all are wrong. I still haven't seen the film, so I can't really talk on behalf of it until I've seen it. But it's not looking good, I'll tell you that, as far as everything you just said, Craig. And I think I saw Kay also nodding in agreement. I think a lot of people feel that way. So, yeah, if someone like, for me, if someone like Nolan, who in the past has always showed an enormous amount of care and dedication to every single scene, whether you like the films or not, that's not important to this. It's just that he put a lot of craft and care into every scene, that there had to be a reason for it. So to find out that like the last remaining big director out there essentially just did it for an award is extraordinarily sad and depressing to me. So that's what I'll just say to that. Very, very depressing. But you're probably all right.
I just want to point out this comment in the chat, which I love. Tragically Sane says, "Why does Craig always talk like he's close talking?" I don't even know what that means. Close talking, like I'm right up in your face over here. Is that okay? Is that
you
a
know
thing that I
close
do?
talkers? That's when people like they talk literally very close to you.
Am I that guy? Am I close talker?
No.
Okay.
Certainly not in real life. Not in real life.
I thought it meant like dancing the line, but I assume that's because we're on YouTube. I mean, we kind of have to dance the line a little bit, right? Is that what that means? I don't know. Or maybe it means literally coming like this.
What Kay was saying. With the whole, I think it's probably referring to the whole Ellen Page bit that you were just mentioning.
Like alluding to something and knowing that the audience understands what we're saying, because if you say it directly, YouTube gets very angry. I assumed that's what was meant by it.
Well, by the way, I saw Ellen Page's book in a bookstore the other day. It's called Page Boy.
Oh, really? That's actually what it's called?
Yeah. Her book is called Ellen Page Boy. And inside of it, there's a bunch of like chapter titles. I think one of the chapters, if I'm not mistaken, was like choosing your family, some bullshit like that. Yeah. It must be about her trans journey.
Okay.
Sounds like a real page turner.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go and try to pivot from that as best as possible. Justin came in with 10 says, "I watched the Odyssey, and I can honestly say it's the most boring piece of dog shit I've ever seen. 3 hours of my life I can't get back."
That's what always gets me excited to see it. And I go, okay, I'm probably going to like this.
Ted Lee says, "Once upon a time," by the way, this is with US Tather, says, "Once upon a time, those inspired by AVGN were funny. Now they're just all cringe BS, grifting hate over everything. I'm tired. They nitpick every negative out of everything. Boss." Thank you, Tim Lee.
Yeah, is anyone also exhausted with this idea of treating corporations like sports teams? Like that to me, it's the lamest thing on earth is to care about the how much money a corporation is making or not making. Like, can we focus? Instead of that, can we just report? Look, on our side, report the news. You know, go see your movie if you need to go see it and review it and say whatever you want. That's fine. But why are we hanging on whether it does well or not? Can we focus more energy on making things? Because that's how we actually change culture. Whether or not Studio X, that has an infinite amount of money, is going to succeed or not doesn't do anything. And if anything, it actually allows them ammo to fire back at us when we're wrong about something. So if we're saying, oh, this is going to crash and burn, it's going to be the biggest, and we're putting tear emoji, shit and everything on the thumbnails, and then, hey, it turns out that it didn't, we look like a bunch of idiots, and we've not moved an inch culturally. We haven't done anything. So I would urge everyone out there to just maybe consider actually just do your reviews and all that other stuff, fine, but let's make something. Let's show them how it's done. I would prefer that instead.
And to Drinker's credit, he actually has made something. He actually has made a film. And whether people are like it or not, the point is, like, there's an attempt. You do it. You give it a try. And you know what? Sometimes you fail, and that's okay. Not all these studios hit on every movie. We know that, but it's a sum of all that make it work. So. All right, I want to get into this Halo stuff, which is the underlying theme of today's show, and I'm very excited to get into this, specifically with Kay here. But before we do, friends, I need you to listen up, be ready to go, because today's episode, once again, brought to you by our friends over at Rumble Wallet. Phoenix, it's an exciting day when you download the Rumble Wallet app, because when you download the Rumble Wallet app, you can choose to support any creator that you want. And unlike on YouTube, where they go in and they say, hey, man, we're going to take 30% of that, right? Your super chat's spectacular. Spectacular. We are forever grateful. Well, YouTube goes, money, please. And they take 30% of that. Over on Twitch, guess what they do? They go, money, please. They'll take 50% of that. With Rumble Wallet, no. They take no money, please. 0% of your support with Rumble Wallet. It's awesome. It's great. And the long-term plan with what we have going on over with Rumble Wallet, what they are building, is for it to be a payment processor, just a alternative. Just like PayPal, where you go in and you use it to buy whatever you want or you pay people, you can do that eventually with Rumble Wallet. That's the long-term goal here. And they're going to get there. But it's all about making those baby steps. First step, rewarding creators on Rumble and all creators. So I would encourage you guys, check it out for yourself. I want you to scan the QR code on your screen right now. If for some reason that is not working, which I have heard, you know what you can do? You can go to Rumble, or you can go to wallet.rumble.com. And then most importantly, you put /scrollers at the end of that. And then you can download it for yourself. That's the way they know that we sent you, which is good. But I encourage you to just check it out. Download it. All your money's secure over there. Rumble can't touch it even if they want to. You get some US tether like 10 Lee just did, and you can send it. I'll get notified on my phone whenever you guys send something in. And it's a great way to support alternative media, which is awesome. So once again, they support us. Please consider supporting Rumble Wallet. All right, let's move on. Also, Delta says, Sucks Angry Joe is going the way of Adam Sessler in Review Tech USA. He also randomly told Disparu that he likes his videos, but he was going to compile all the times he's been phobic. Like that isn't insane. Oh my God. Oh my God. What a weirdo. That's so weird, Joe. I've known Joe for years, and he was never this weird. Like, what a weird, it's so weird.
When the brain gets broken by Orange Man, it is like, that's it. It's old yellers. It seems to be like, it just, well, I need to rewind what I'm saying. It doesn't seem like there's any solution for these people. It just seems like they are permanently diseased in the brain. There's no way around it. You just got to, I guess, abandon them and wish them good luck. Because I've never seen any of them come out of it. They just keep going down this insane death spiral of insanity, and it just gets stranger and stranger the more and more they're online. We've seen this with our good friends. I've had best friends in the world that knew me inside and out, I say insane things. This person, one of my best friends in the world, not being a white person, also knowing my sibling not white, and then saying that I'm racist. And I'm like, my dude, I'm sitting across from you right now, and you're the one breaking up with me. I don't know what's going on.
Right,
They're broken.
right.
They're just broken.
It's amazing how we've all had that
Exactly.
situation, right? We've
Yeah.
all had that experience, and that's crazy sad.
Why is he
All
giving
right.
him free marketing? Like, you're going to go and tally every single time this guy is phobic, and then you're going to spend like days, months doing this to release it, and everyone's going to laugh at you. You're going to look stupid, and then you're just going to give the other person more free press. This is so stupid.
Nothing would make me happier than for Joe to spend hours and hours and hours on end. Just going through every single one of Disparew's videos. That's
want to
it.
see
I got him.
a live stream of that. A man just descending into like complete insanity as he finds every time someone does something phobic.
I'm tired of hearing the word phobic because nobody's scared of anybody
Exactly.
or anything.
Does like every female vagina dry up when actions like this take place? Because like I would imagine it is sandpaper inside. That the men around you are like the people, like our hall pass monitors are like, oh, I got you. You didn't have your hall pass. Like, this is the lamest shit on earth to be telling on people because they said naughty words, or if they don't particularly, I don't know if they've said something against a particular different minority class. But who cares, man? Man up. Who gives a shit? Stay in your lane, make your stuff, and let the audiences decide for the other people. But this idea of ratting out people and I got you moments is like the most femme bullshit. And that actually, that's even offensive to women. I don't even mean to say that because most of the women I know, let's look at Kay and Blabs here, are fucking warriors. So like it's in its own category of lame. I can't be the only one that feels this way. It's just, what happened to men, Craig? What happened?
Well, that's a great question, Phoenix. And honestly, I think that is probably one of the greatest things that we could potentially do is create a documentary about TDS and how like that would be really important to society. And I'm dead serious when I say that. I think that'd be the people who were suffering from it, people who have recovered from it, what the symptoms are, how they did, like a full thing. It's like a medical condition. I'm telling you, it's crazy.